Hello, today I am building a duplex in Moonwood Mills. I was really inspired to build this because I've been watching the trailer and all the stuff coming out about the new fairy packs, and I wanted to play with occults. And I wanted to kind of play with a variety of them, so I actually made a household that was, or two households because they're in different rental lots, that are made up of one of each kind of occult, or at least the ones I care to play with. So on when we have this duplex set up, there's going to be one side is made up for a ghost and a werewolf, and then the other side is a vampire and a spellcaster. So I got to play with a little bit of all of them to get ready for the fairy pact. And I've been playing that on Twitch. So if you'd like to come see me play, you can come over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/alaurel. But for now, I am building the house that they were in. I don't think I included in the video, but I did end up setting this up as a rental lot if you download it from the gallery. So each of these is set up as its own unit. Right now, I was just kind of building the general structure of it. Whenever I do like rental lots like this or duplexes, I tend to make the floor plan and kind of the basic decorations like flooring and stuff like that, kitchen, be kind of the same in both because that's how it is in real life generally. If you rent, there's kind of the standard furnishings that come with it, or the standard kind of features. So in this case, they have the same bathroom layout, same floor plan, same kitchen layout, stuff like that. And then I start personalizing it. So this first unit is made up for my werewolf sim and my ghost sim that are roommates, and they are a little bit sloppy. So this is much more of, you can see kind of worn out furniture. Some of the werewolf pack that has the table there that's propped up with a book. It's a little bit more masculine. I was thinking about like those Reddit posts where it's like where a bachelor lives and it's like a mattress on the floor, so I put with like a TV. So that's kind of the vibe here, though it is a little bit nicer than that, a little bit cozier. I'm working in the second bedroom now. That first one was my werewolf sim. This is for a ghost sim. I end up changing this bed because I thought it was too nice for the vibes. So I do swap it out later. I only gave them a single bed because this is a ghost sim, though. So, what do I need a double bed for when they can, ghost woohoo? There we go, swapped out the bed for one that's a little bit cheaper. I also over here, I start putting in the dresser, and in a moment I will decorate it. There you go, with their urn. I thought that was funny to have the urn of the dead sim. I did say when I ended up playing it, I did at one point swap it out for the real urn, and then I put it back to the fake one because everyone was mourning. So the fake one is the best way to do it, to symbolize that they're dead without having to have everyone crying all the time. And then I just add a couple little things to make it a little bit cozier. And then I moved on to the common area. So once again, I'm still trying to keep it kind of simplistic. I wanted it to be something that I could move them in from the get-go, so I kind of wanted it to be a starter home, so it's nothing too fancy. There are some areas that I think were a little bit empty. I wish I would have added more, but it was something, they had like $3,000 left when they moved in, so it was worth it. I did give them a nice TV because I thought that also kind of fit the vibe. Like, they can't afford a good couch. It looks like they found it on the side of the road, but they're going to make sure they have a good TV. I added in just like a punching bag and a guitar for some skill building. And I thought it kind of went with the vibes of the overall apartment, and just added a few more things to the bathroom, though nothing too fancy. And that's about it for this unit. So this is definitely, they're a little bit messier. They're a little bit more chaotic. And then over here is a little bit fancier and a little bit nicer. They're still in the same apartment complex, the same duplex, but they made it look a little bit nicer. So this first one, this is my room for my spellcaster sim. So I added a couple more whimsical things like the little botanical print and the herbs and stuff hanging on the wall, the little spell book. I added a little shelf over here. I wish I could have more clutter. I was really trying to limit, though, which packs I use, just as a bit of a challenge. So I just used the base game and the occult packs and life and death. So it was, a little bit more limited in what I could put on there, but I still liked the way it turned out. I will say, once I was taking pictures, I'm not sure how I feel about the white wallpaper. It looks a little bland. It has that floral print, but it's still not much. I might have changed it if I were to go back. I'm on the common area over here now. Once again, they've kind of got some nicer furniture in here. So, whereas the guys next door were finding, their couch on the side of the road, they're making do with what they have over here and they're making it look nice, even if they're not in the best place possible or the fanciest apartment. This last room is for my vampire, so of course we had to get a coffin in there. My vampire sim is also a painter. I have been reading a book where there's a vampire who is an artist. So actually, I've read several books now that I think about it where vampires are artists, so maybe I was just influenced by that. And then I just added a couple more things to decorate it. We've got our last bathroom over here, and then this apartment's pretty much done. So when I've been playing this save on Twitch, I kind of go back and forth playing 1 week as the apartment with the werewolf and the ghost, and then a week with the spellcaster and the vampire, just to kind of have some fun with the occults before the fairies come. I don't play with the occults all the time. I tend to kind of forget about them, but when I do play with them, I like them a lot. It's just not like my normal gameplay. So it's fun to revisit them. I definitely am excited about the fairy pack, even if I won't play it every single time. I do think that the occults in Sims 4 can be pretty fun. I like the skill trees and stuff. Moving on to the backyard. Each house does also have its backyard. This is a pretty big lot, so they have some good size yards. It's actually quite nice. So even though I was trying to make like not the fanciest apartments, because I feel like Moonwood Mills is a kind of rundown world, these are pretty nice. Like they've got a lot of space and they have nice big backyards. I'm going to add some trees here in a second to kind of fill it in because it is so much space, and I also do think it helps kind of blend it into the background a little bit, since Moonwood Mills is a pretty forested area. I tried to blend in the pathway to what was already there on the lot. I add a little bit of landscaping. I wanted it to look a little bit messy or overgrown. And then of course I used the lavender bushes. I've been like trying to not use them because I do in every build, but then I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I love the lavenders. So I did that. Adding a little bit of landscaping, and then I go on to kind of give them each their own backyard, or decorate their front porch first, actually. So the one gets some flowers, the one has a chair, but I just wanted to add a little bit so it wasn't completely empty, and then I'll move on to the backyard. I didn't do a ton. Like I said, I was trying to kind of save simoleons, and I feel like the outside I don't play with as much, so if I'm going to save money somewhere, it's there. On this one, this is the spellcaster's house, so I gave a garden area so they could grow some of the ingredients for it. I will say, when I was playing this, I ended up having to move the flower beds a little bit because she couldn't access them, and like I knew that when I was placing it. I don't know why I didn't fix it, but it wasn't a big thing. I just scooted them so there's a little bit of space. I'm going to move them from where they are right now still, but I just had to move them when I was playing with it. Also gave a little bit of a table so they could sit outside. Some gnomes, because once again, that's going to be a feature of the fairy pack, so I was excited. Over in the werewolf's house, they have a grill, and then I just added a little bit of landscaping to fill in. And I think I gave them the telescope. I tried the fireplace and stuff, but I ended up going with the telescope. It came with the werewolf packs. It seemed to go with it, and also just it was an extra skill building item. I added in my trash cans, and I forgot my mailbox. So once again, that was a mistake, but that's okay. Here we are at the pictures. I do like how it turned out. I like this apartment better. I think this one turned out more fun since it had more of an idea with the cluttered and the chaotic element. The other side was fun too. I just feel like it's a little bit less exciting. I wish I had more in it. Anyways, if you like my video, please like and subscribe, and I will be back next week. Bye.